Hey guys, this is Scooter here at Macintosh Tips. Today I'm going to do a my thoughts, review, and overview of iMovie 09. Now, as you've seen, me and EB went to the Apple Store this past week, picked up iLife 09. In iLife 09, they updated GarageBand, iPhoto, iMovie, and iWeb. Now we'll be doing tutorials on all of these, and remember, any tutorial you want, just request. But today I'm going to go over the new iMovie 09. So, once you go to iMovie 09, you'll see that all of your projects and your events and any other clips have automatically been transferred over to iMovie 09, which is very, very convenient. So today I'm going to be using this martial arts clip I edited and used for YouTube.com. So, the first thing I want to point out to you is you can full screen your projects. Now, remember, in iMovie 08, the projects were all listed here, but now they're all hidden, which is cool to me because they're hidden over here and you can see everything. Now you can automatically full screen this here by hitting this full screen button, and now it full screens like a movie. And you can play, and you can go to the other projects you have and look at them right here. And I can skim through, and obviously I can play, which is very cool. I can just go back and forth to all my projects, which is great. And if I want to hit this right here, it'll show me all the other projects, or all the events, all the events that I have here in my iMovie library, or projects in my iMovie library, which is very, very helpful. So we've got that going for us, which is great. Now if I want to choose to edit one, I just click and edit. Now, as you know, iMovie is the basic video editor, but they have really upped their game with the iMovie. To me, I call it the mini Final Cut. It's very cool. Alright, and one button I want to point out to you is the inspector button. Now if you zoom in here, this row right here is pretty much new to us. Alright, it has some of the same things like favorite, some clips, and crop, and a voiceover, but this new inspector button is pretty much where most of your effects will come from. I'm going to click the inspector, and pretty much this window will pop up. I've got clip, video, and audio. Let me briefly take you through each one of these. First thing, I've got the duration. Let's say this is 52 seconds and I only want 10 seconds of this clip. I will put in my 10, hit done, and as you see, the video has now been shortened to 10 seconds. If I want to go back to the inspector, I just double click the clip and the same thing reappears. So I'm going to put it back to 52 seconds. Now, once we're here at 52 seconds, we can choose a video effect. Now, I love the video effects. This is something they took out of iMovie 08, which they had in iMovie 06, and for me, this is just awesome. So in the iMovie effects, you have none, flipped, which is very cool, where you can make it look like your video is from two angles. You have the raster, the cartoon effect, which looks very awesome, day and night, hard light, and plenty of others. I like the cartoon effect. Now, here's what I like as well. You can speed up and slow down, which is a very good idea to have in one program. Because what I used to do, I used to take my clips in iMovie 08, export, put them in iMovie HD, slow it down, export, and the quality would be very, very bad for Macintosh Tips. Now, everything's just in one little button. So, I've noticed that while I've been using iMovie 09 for the past couple weeks, that they have default slow down and speed up options. Now, to me, the slow down and the speed up that they recommend is just a little too fast for my taste. But I have noticed that about 55% on the slow down has really helped. Alright, so if I show this same clip now it's slowed down, as you can see. It looks very cool, and if I want to go back to the inspector, double click. If I want to speed this up, let's just say 155. Then I look at it, and now he's sped up. So this is very, very cool. And obviously I can reverse the same thing, and it looks very cool. And then down here is your stabilization. Let's say I had a very, very shaky clip. I click this, and it'll analyze this whole clip, and it'll take a couple minutes. If you want to do your whole library, just click the whole library, hit stabilization, and it'll work. Again, we'll be doing more in-depth tutorials on stabilization here very soon. Let's go ahead and move into video. Now, video is pretty much the same thing. You've got the exposure of the brightness here, as you can see in the viewer. It's getting bright, it's getting darker. You've also got this new thing, this red grain, green grain, and blue grain. And with this, I can drag it and I can adjust the green. So if I drag this, as you know, this happens. But let's say I want more red and a little less green, but a lot more blue. And then I can drag around here and do my effects. So this is very cool. It's just how you change the color on your video. And audio has not changed one bit. It is still awesome. You can move the audio up, fade in, fade out. So that's the inspector, which is a great tool to help you use effects, color adjustments, speed up, slow down, reverse, stabilize. Very cool. The next thing I want to talk about is the clip trimmer. Now, as you notice here in the corner, we have a couple things. This first thing here, alright, will be the inspector, alright, or the stabilization, alright. Next is the brightness, the video adjustments, the volume, and this bunny shows that the clip has been sped up. Now, you can also have this new button. Right here, this drop down menu appears, and you've got clip adjustments, video, and audio, which we just went over in the inspector. And then you have cropping and rotation, which we crop and rotate our video, which is the same as iMovie 08. Now we have two new things, clip trimmer and precision editor. As we go into clip trimmer, we have a drop down menu that appears. Very stylish, very sleek on Apple's part. And pretty much I extend as much as I want, and the clip now extends. Alright, so it's pretty much a different way of extending the clip than before, which you could just extend only 30 seconds of the clip. Now you can go back and extend as much as you want, and I can play that and see how it plays, and that's perfect. And I hit done, and now my clip has been adjusted, which is very, very, very cool. Alright, now the next thing I want to talk about is themes, titles, some of the easy things they made in it, and then I want to talk about the precision editor to leave you with. So let's talk about themes. If you want to add a theme, you just go down here to titles. Now, as you notice, these are the same. You got music, add your photos, titles, your transitions, and even the background and maps, which is very, very cool. And you've seen an example of this with our unboxing of iLife 09. We're gonna go back to titles, and we're gonna set a theme. Now these are your themes. You have the None, the photo album, which you saw on the iPhoto review, the bulletin board, the film strip, scrapbook, and the comic book. Now, another thing you can also add is automatically have iMovie add transitions. These transitions are cool, and you can add it with only your favorite one. So I like the swap, and I'm going to choose film strip. Hit OK, and now a whole new list of titles pop up, and the film strip is automatically added to my video. So let this happen for a second, and I'll go back and play the clip, and as you see, a film strip. Now, the only thing I don't like is you can't adjust color on some of these things. The most thing you can do is type in new titles, which is very cool. Alright, so I can edit that title, and as you see that my transitions have been added. Alright, very, very cool. And if I want to change transitions, hit the little gauge and change the transition right there, or change the length of the transition. Now, let's say I want to swap out these transitions. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to double click and go back to my inspector. Remember, the inspector is very cool. Alright, and I can go back here and choose another transition, and as you see, it actually plays the clip. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it actually plays the clip as I scroll over it. Very, very cool. Alright, so I'm going to choose my swap again, my duration. Alright, hit done, and as you see, it has now been changed. It's been changed to that, which is very, very cool.